Pain was never punishment. It was never life turning against you. It was never a cosmic force trying to crush your spirit. Pain has always been preparation, shaping you into someone who could rise above the weight of what others collapse under. Every time you thought pain was breaking you, it was actually building you, bending you, stretching you, preparing you to step into a higher consciousness that most people never access. That's why chosen ones go through the deepest struggles. Because without the fire there is no transformation. Without the storm there is no awakening. And without the breaking there is no becoming. Think back to your darkest moments, the nights you couldn't sleep because your chest was too heavy. The mornings you didn't want to get out of bed because the thought of facing another day felt unbearable. At the time it felt like punishment, like life was unfairly targeting you. But now looking back you realize those same moments carved out your strength, sharpened your mind, and pulled you closer to a version of yourself that would never have existed without that suffering. Pain doesn't come to destroy the chosen ones. Pain comes to prepare them for the heights that others will never touch. You see, when life wants to elevate you, it doesn't send comfort. It sends challenge. When it wants to build your courage, it doesn't hand you peace. It hands you chaos. Because courage cannot exist without fear, and strength cannot exist without struggle. If everything in your life was easy, if every door opened without resistance, you would never discover the depth of your power. You would never feel the fire of resilience burning in your soul. The truth is, pain is the secret training ground for higher consciousness. It is the hidden classroom that only the chosen ones recognize after they've survived it. And here's the twist most people miss. Pain doesn't just prepare you for what's coming, it also removes what doesn't belong. It strips away illusions. It exposes fake friends, empty relationships, shallow goals, and weak foundations. Pain tears apart the version of you that was settling for less, so it can reveal the version of you that was always meant to rise. Think about it. Every time you faced heartbreak, betrayal, failure, or rejection, didn't it eventually show you who was real and who was not? Didn't it make you stop chasing what never mattered, and instead push you towards something more authentic? Pain isn't punishment. It's the purification process that burns away everything false so the truth can shine through you. There are moments where pain feels like silence, where you're screaming inside but no one hears you. You look around and realize you're walking this road alone. But that loneliness is not punishment either. It is preparation for independence, for self-mastery, for the ability to stand tall even when the world tries to bend you. The chosen ones learn through isolation what others never learn in crowds. They discover that strength isn't about who claps for you, but about how you rise when no one even notices your fight. Pain in solitude is not cruelty. It is where your inner voice becomes louder than the noise of the world. Some people never understand this. They mistake your pain as weakness. They see you breaking down and assume you've lost. But what they don't realize is that breakdowns are simply breakthroughs in disguise. Your tears are watering the soil of your future self. Your silence is protecting your energy while you rebuild. Your setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the dramatic plot twists that make your victory unforgettable. You are not behind. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. Pain is not a stop sign. It is a signal that you are being redirected, refined, and reinforced for something greater. Think about gold. Before it shines, it must endure the fire. Think about diamonds. Before they sparkle, they must survive unimaginable pressure. The strongest trees only grow roots that deep because they were forced to withstand the strongest storms. Everything powerful in nature is shaped by challenge. So why do you think your life would be any different? Pain doesn't come to mark you as cursed. It comes to remind you that you are chosen for more. There are people who live comfortable lives, untouched by storms. They walk through the world quietly, never tested too deeply, never stretched too far. But notice something, they rarely grow. They rarely awaken. They stay in the same cycles, repeating the same mistakes, never realizing their own potential. But chosen ones? They are shaken awake. They are forced to face pain that feels unbearable, because only through that fire do they awaken to higher consciousness, to wisdom, to strength, to resilience. Pain is the alarm clock of transformation, and if you're hearing it, it's because you are being called to rise higher than the average person ever will. And here's the part no one tells you. Pain has timing. It doesn't always strike when it's convenient. It strikes when you least expect it. You could be building momentum and suddenly everything collapses. You could be dreaming big, and suddenly the rug gets pulled from under you. And your first thought is, why now? Why me? What did I do wrong? But in truth, you didn't do anything wrong. You did something right. Because the moment you step toward your higher self, life begins preparing you with the weight you'll need to carry on that path. Pain shows up when it's time to level up. And the bigger the next chapter, the heavier the preparation. Maybe right now you're in that exact moment. You're questioning whether your pain is punishment. You're asking why people betrayed you, why opportunities closed, why life feels like it's pressing down on you. And the answer is, it's not punishment. It's preparation for a version of you that doesn't even exist yet. You are being stretched so you can hold the weight of greater blessings. You are being broken so you can discover the strength of rebuilding. You are being delayed so you can be redirected to something more aligned with your purpose. Pain is not proof that you're losing. Pain is proof that you're in training for something bigger. And when you finally come out of it, when you finally see what that pain prepared you for, you'll look back and realize it was all worth it. You'll realize that the heartbreak that shattered you was the reason you discovered your true power, that the failures that embarrassed you were the exact moments that taught you persistence, that the rejections that stung were the very experiences that led you to doors you were always meant to walk through. Pain doesn't just prepare you for the future, it redefines your entire story. It takes what was meant to destroy you and turns it into the exact reason you rise. The most powerful people you know are not the ones who never faced pain. They are the ones who survived it, learned from it, and allowed it to prepare them for greatness. Behind every inspiring story is someone who once thought the pain would never end. Behind every victory is someone who once considered giving up. Behind every strong soul is a battlefield of invisible wars that trained them in silence. And if you are in pain right now, it means you are standing in that same preparation ground. It means you are being sharpened, refined, strengthened for something far greater than what you can see right now. So the next time pain knocks on your door, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this preparing me for? That question alone transforms everything. It turns your tears into lessons. It turns your heartbreak into wisdom. It turns your suffering into strength. Because pain is not punishment. It is preparation for the kind of life that requires you to be stronger than you were yesterday. And when you finally see it, when you finally understand that every painful chapter was secretly training you, you'll stop resenting the pain and start respecting it. You'll stop running from it and start walking through it with your head high. Because you'll know, every scar is proof of preparation. Every wound is proof of survival. Every setback is proof that you are being built for something bigger. If this connected with you, thank you for watching until the end. Like and subscribe, not just because it helps this channel grow, but because it means you are choosing to keep feeding your higher consciousness, your awakening, and your journey as one of the chosen ones who refuses to see pain as punishment, but instead as the greatest preparation of your life.